countdown is underway in the Big Easy for the big game. It's been 12 years since New Orleans has played host, and there have been lots of changes. Here to discuss preparations underway for the big game and what to expect and do in New Orleans is former New Orleans Saints running back and two-time Pro Bowler Deuce McAllister. Deuce, thank you so very much for taking some time to hang out with us this morning. I am so stoked to interview you. So how's the Crescent City looking this morning with just 3 weeks to go before the big game?
Well, you can see the transformation of the city, how it is beginning to look like the Super Bowl host city, and not that it hasn't over the last couple of years. You talked about it, some of the renovations that they've done to the Superdome over the last 5 years, in preparation for this Super Bowl, has been impressive. And so you talk about the stadium upgrades, the fans that will go to the game, they will see and experience some of those things. But just from the wraps on the buildings to the murals on the streets to our bridges being lit up, this city is excited to host this upcoming Super Bowl.
That's very cool. Now, I have spent so much time in New Orleans. I love that city. I used to, I have a rock and roll band. I played a lot of shows there, so I'm very intimately familiar with it. But for the thousands of fans heading to New Orleans for the big game, what will they expect and see and do?
Well, a lot of fans, some will be fortunate enough, like you talked about, to be able to go to the game. But for those that aren't going to the game, there's still a ton of things for those fans to do, and I think it starts with the media day that Monday, the week of the game, having the opportunity. The NFL allowed a couple of years ago for those fans to be able to go and experience media day and to be able to see it. And so both teams that will be participating, their players will be there. They'll have different things up on the big screen for the fans to be able to see. And so just to have that experience, I think, is pretty cool. Then you talk about the NFL experience that happens at the convention center. That will open on Wednesday, and that will go through Saturday. Different interactive events for fans to be able to experience, see some former players like myself. A lot of the current players will be there throughout the day. And like I said, that starts the Wednesday before the Super Bowl. That goes until Saturday. And then, only like New Orleans does, there will be a Mardi Gras style parade the Saturday before the Super Bowl. And that's, that it's what we do. It's what we do. And it's for fans to be able to come out and enjoy it, to be able to experience New Orleans, to be able to experience kind of the Mardi Gras style parade before the Super Bowl. That's unique to this city. I mean, like you talked about, you don't host 11 Super Bowls just by chance. You're doing something right, and, hopefully the fans will be able to have fun and experience, the great city of New Orleans.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's go off script a little bit here. One of my favorite places to eat in the French Quarter is this place called the Verdi Mart, right? It's a little sandwich shop, and it's just to die for. What's your favorite place to eat?
Well, it really depends on what type of food that I'm looking for. You can't just say I have one favorite place. If I'm looking for charbroiled oysters, I may go to Drago's. I may go to Acme Oyster House. I may like Felix's. It's just really depending on what type of food that you're looking for. It may just be seafood that you're looking for. Well, you may want a steak, and so the numerous steakhouse. Ruth Chris started here in New Orleans. I mean, and so to have that kind of flavor in New Orleans, you talk about just Desi Vegas, you talk about, and a lot of them are going to get mad at me. You didn't feature my restaurant. Hey, I tried to go in and enjoy them all, but it's really depending on the type of food that you want for New Orleans. We're not going to just leave it to one kind of dish.
No, I couldn't agree more. I got to be honest with you, man. I'm just a sucker for even the Lucky Dogs, the little street hot dogs down there in the French Quarter. They're amazing. So, hey, let me ask you something. As somebody who as a champion yourself, right? So, playing in the big game has got to be one of the most incredible experiences of your lifetime. So, real quick, describe what it felt like to play in that game, and then who do you have to win this year?
I don't have a team that I like to win this year. I want to see a good game. I want to see a good matchup. I mean, it's hard for me to go against Patrick Mahomes just because he's been so phenomenal in the years that he's been able to do it. You're talking about, back-to-back champions. They are trying to do a three-peat, which is unheard of in this era of the NFL. So they're probably the favorite, but you have to like what Baltimore has been able to do. You have to like what Buffalo has been able to do. And then you have the young guns over there, the Houston Texans, and just with them being able to have C.J. Stroud trying to pull off the upset on the AFC side, that's some pretty good matchups. And then you look at the NFC, a team like the Rams. They're Super Bowl champions. You know, the Eagles, they've been Super Bowl champions. And so, you know, teams like that that have the experience, I don't think that you can just discount it. You know, but from a player's perspective, this is what you play for. This is what you play for. You can look at all the records that you have from an individual standpoint. Those are all good and nice, but it's a Super Bowl. That's what you want to be able to experience, and that's what you want to be able to have. And that's why we're excited as New Orleans to be able to host this big game. And, you know, hopefully the fans can come out and enjoy it.
Deuce, it was so much fun to talk to you today. I really, really do appreciate it. As a huge Falcons fan growing up, I watched you just run right over my team, so it's very cool. It's very cool and both very interesting to talk to you today. But before I let you go, where can folks go to learn some more information?
Well, you can go to NewOrleans.com, I think, you know, just to be able to check out some of the scheduling, some of the events, and some of the things that fans can participate in. And, you know, we're excited here in New Orleans to be able to host this Super Bowl, and we're excited to welcome fans and people, you know, just to our city.
Right on, Deuce. Thank you so very much. I appreciate your time. Guys, if you want to catch this segment again or others like it, head over to First Coast News Plus.